Alright, so we are live. So the first question I have for everyone here is, who remembers what happened last session?
I do.
Vaguely.
No.
I remember.
What does anyone remember? You all can collaborate between what we remember what happened last session, because I do remember a little bit. So
We found a man in the trash. He told us where to go. We got jumped by other trash men, except we murdered one of them and scared the rest of them off.
Did I take one captive?
I think we let him go.
We interrogated him briefly because we were being watched.
that is true.
Oh, they thought I was a servitor, and my revenge will come soon.
Yeah, you got pretty mad with them calling you a servitor.
Is there a difference?
Ooh,
Hey
shots
Jack,
fired.
you want to become a servitor? You'd be more useful.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I can blow into pieces with my gun.
You're all terrible teammates. Just want to let you know all about that.
Hey,
Just
if you all
furious
had,
buzzing from the corner.
if you all had been for Talon, I would have no problem with you all. Is
All
that
right.
a B?
Now, one significant thing did kind of happen. Now, I want to iterate this. I'm not going to punish anyone. It's not any punishment in the first place. But just so you kind of understand how the world works. This kind of relates to the psychic powers that were being a bit displayed by Ren. So, Ren, you did do some things. Like you did lift the weapons out of the guy's hands and kind of throw it past that trash heap. That did draw attention. Like I said, I'm not going to really go with it because you're still kind of learning the lore of the world.
Right.
But the thing is, this will draw undue attention to yourselves in the underhive of the city. Now, sometimes it can be beneficial. It can be used to intimidate people. But also, sometimes it can be a bit of a detriment because, well, you could gather the attention of people you don't want to have the attention of. Although you all can take care of yourselves because you have a bit of a nice little party. But with that being said, we're going to pick up the game. As much as I can remember, we are in the lower underhive of Hive Adon. The task at hand by the rogue trader, I believe his name is Veronius, is to go ahead and find the results of what's been going on with the murders in this underhive, and you're brought down here specifically to remember what you're looking for down here. Why are you down here?
Vacation.
We were trying to find the source of the servitors and the tossed power claws.
Yes, and they told
They
you to
were
go
corrupted,
and
but they-
seek out the black market down here.
Yeah, they weren't corrupted, but they were modified
Yes.
crudely. And that we know that the service doors are coming from. Let me pull my notes here. We have a contact we need to find. Wrath and glory. Okay. Orbis Keller. It's a black market dealer with stay away from the east side because it's heavily radioactive.
That is correct.
Corrupting or something that's not nice over there. It's an environmental effect. The Orvis Keller is a black market dealer who knows about everything.
So, we come to. We have the trash heaps around you. We have the people have gone away. You just interrogated one of the scum, one of the hivers down here. He pointed to the northeast, the direction of the black market. He goes, "Oh, thank you! They let me go!" As he kind of runs off into the trash heap.
Can I
Thoroughly
grab him and
scared.
just take his face off. My plasma torch is hungry.
If you so wish, people are looking. You have a bit of a crowd.
That's
So if you
okay,
wish
they
to,
can
go
be
ahead.
intimidated. Yeah, Barris is just gonna grab him as he tries to run away and look over at the Inquisitorial Acolyte in like a "Can I, Dad?" kind of way.
Make it quick.
Alright, yeah, Barris just ignites the plasma torch and takes off his entire face and the rest of him.
Okay, very, very brief scream. With that, though, you will absolutely terrify the rest of the people around you, and immediately this will hightail and it clears the area.
Fantastic. I believe this was the intended reaction.
Great.
Now then, our path is clear. Shall we proceed?
Lead the way, Jake.
Jack, you were given the rough directions to go northeast.
Yeah. So we are heading northeastern.
Okay. Head in northeastern direction. Around you, you have the noise of the machinery down here, as well as the giant roof way above you, and the decrepit state of all the interior. It is very, very moist. It's very, very wet down here. You're thoroughly underwater right now. Only the side walls of the hive hold the water at bay. But as you have known, because you've actually dealt with it, there are occasional leaks, either that being intentional or not, that can spring and pretty much ruin a lot of people's days down here. So, as you start to gather your collective selves, you start heading towards the northeastern direction. First roll I want to have is Jed. Go ahead and give me. We need a navigation-esque roll. So, Jed, go ahead and give me a survival roll, please.
I'm up in front.
Jed is the one leading the party. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
He's the only actual trained scout here.
Yeah.
Oh,
followed
and
up.
immediately, glory to the pool. All right. So, who's keeping track of glory in this game?
It's Sebastian.
I
Or
can.
one of them.
Who's taking over? Who's doing it?
I will do it.
All right, Sebastian, you got it, and I'll award you a wrath for it. There, yeah, 3 wrath. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Am I missing? So that's in the combat tracker, correct?
Yes, I'll put it in there for you. On the character sheet, see if you can actually edit yourself. Go to character sheet and
So that one I can. It's just the glory. I show the one. I just want to make sure.
yeah. Can you adjust that yourself though?
Yes.
I'm not seeing. It's still saying 1.
Oh, in the combat tracker.
Yeah.
No, I cannot.
Okay. You actually go to. Let's do this. All right. Go to your character sheet there, Sebastian. Under the combat tab of your character sheet, under the main page, there should be the last box that says glory.
Yep, I got it. All right.
All right. Drop it down to 1, please.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So you're thoroughly now the note keeper of glory for today's game. As to do it, I'll give everyone. Well, I'll give the person 1 glory, whoever takes track, because I will not touch it at all. So make sure that it is taken care of thoroughly, please.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jeg, you start heading in the direction northeast. For the most part, it's fairly easy between the aspects and the scanners and whatnot between all of you. You are heading in the right direction. You still see the residual kind of remnant energy of radiation coming from the bad direction. Now, as we're going through the alleyways and the rooms and the streets, as I mentioned before, you're definitely seeing parts of the hive that you know were up at one point above ground and open to the sky. You're seeing the ever tell small signs of structures and buildings. You'll see some antenna, you'll see some maybe like a sunroof or something. You know that at one point this thing was open to the sky. Hives are just built on top of each other, until it's just drowned out by everything above. Now, the state of the area, the condition, you're definitely getting to not nice conditions. Very grimy, scrummy. As I mentioned, we have the yellow stains of the algae being processed within this hive that's meant for the fleets of the Imperial Guard out about the galaxy. It's a food source. Now, as you are traveling, Jeg, I want everyone to go ahead and, if they wish, go ahead and give me a. I need to learn the terminology of this game. I believe it's an awareness roll. Yes. And we're giving awareness. I'll let Jeg be a little bit easier because he is up front. So.
4.
Haha.
Jake, I thought you were survival trained.
That's a ridiculous.
He's survival trained, you know, if he's in a desert. But
So what I'm hearing is I need to pick up survival.
Or tunnel.
All right, let's see. What are we hearing?
I mean, that's still 5 successes on Jake's part.
come on, let us make fun of him.
You can't really make fun of him when he's still doing better than everybody else.
Pah, I don't need to find my way. That's what servo skulls are for.
Barris, you are apparently a little bit preoccupied because you're not picking up this noise, although you would probably be the one that would most likely pick it up, but you're not for some reason. So, Sebastian, Jeg, and Ren, as you're going through, we'll say one little alleyway, you hear a noise. You hear someone kind of yelling out in pain, and you hear a couple other voices around that noise. And it sounds like there's a bit of a fight going on, and you can just make out a bit of words. And this will go to, let's see, the ones that got the really good successes will be Sebastian and Jeg. So let me type this out real quick.
Yeah. Oh, I should have an extra 2 dice for mine. Let me add those real quick. Doesn't matter. Forgot I have my aspects.
The only technology on my body is keeping me alive.
Alright, you hear that, and you hear that.
I'm getting a scripting error.
Uh-oh.
Permission to call ring bell.
What about you, Jeg? Did you get that, or did you get an error?
I didn't get anything.
Nothing in the chat?
Oh, I see that down below. I see,
Yeah.
as soon as you type that, I got
Oh,
that error message.
Yeah, if you get error message, I'll have to find out what it is. Go ahead and just drag that box to the bottom of the screen, just hide it.
Oops.
Well, you mentioned it out, apparently, so.
I mentioned that out loud, that I heard someone say, "Let's see the Emperor save you now." Says the scout with 0 survival. Facepalm indeed. I'm amazed you found your face.
Yeah, you hear a bit of crashing noises as you're walking by. So I got the question to you: is what do all of you do?
It seems some servants of the Emperor are in need of assistance. You've been wanting to shoot someone, Jeg.
let's go shoot someone then.
Tally.
Ren-
Indeed.
Ren just slips back further in the party.
I guess Barris will take the lead because he's got the melee weapon.
Yeah, shouldn't I take the lead because I'm the one that can get shot and not die instantly?
I have 7 resilience.
He's scary. I have 8.
My armor is gross and I soak like a god.
I get 8 resilience.
Me too.
Alright.
Shut up.
Look at this squishy little Skitari over here.
I'm gonna eat both of you.
You got 8 resilience.
I'm just gonna stand at the back of the party.
I assume they only allow you to eat, like, kibble.
You don't
I don't
eat
think I
that.
have to eat.
Ren,
Tally ho!
so you're gonna go investigate this? I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
we're going.
hit our
Okay.
6.
So as you go forward, Ren, you're picking up emotions, kind of in the air in the direction, getting stronger. It is a very, very hate and anger-filled emotion. Someone's mind, and it's kind of a group of them, are intensely angry.
Oh boy.
As you go through, you're seeing that the area gets a little bit dark. A couple of the lights are broken out, scattered the glass along the ground. And as you look along the walls, they're a bit smudged by what seems to be a white liquid, kind of a white paint. And as you go into this small room passageway, you see there on the ground, curled into a ball, being kicked by 3 individuals, and another 4th one. All 4 standing up, except for the one that's on the ground, curled into a ball, kind of yelling in pain and anger. You hear one boot hit his side, and hear his ribs crack audibly, and you hear him kind of yell, "Yo, where's the Emperor now? Blasted, I never got anything. Here yet there is just a bunch of bullshit." And you see a 4th individual in front of a very, very nicely, actually kind of very out of place down here, but it is a actual marble carved statue of the Emperor. And currently, the 4th individual is smearing paint all over the face, and you see there's a couple of chips that are around the ground, with him holding a kind of like a shovel / hammer that he's kind of been banging the statue with, thoroughly defacing a statue of the Emperor.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I brought down this bag full of blam, and I have to do something with it. So there's one well-dressed, like not upper hive, but mid-hive looking?
No, they all look like underhivers. So the guy that's on the ground, he is just in raggedy garments. You can see his face also has the bit of yellow stain from eating the raw algae, as well as the other people, the other 4, the little gang that is currently assaulting him, all have nothing nice on them. They all seem to be workers or people that are living down here, have not had a nice life.
You mentioned there was one kind of standing to the side that was more well-dressed?
He might be a little bit more, but not in a sense that he belongs somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he's taking advantage of being a bully and maybe rob some people for maybe better garments, but they don't look like out of place down here. But the statue does. Okay. The statue looks very out of place down here. The statue is very, very nice. You've seen other small like shrines, maybe paintings or little like figures that have been made out of maybe garbage. No, I won't say garbage, but just not nice. But it's like this of the Emperor, but very, very crudely. Where this is like this could belong in a museum. How nice this thing is.
And he's defacing it?
Yes. The 4th individual standing up is currently completely defacing it.
I would like to shoot him.
Okay.
I would also like to shoot him.
Alright, we're gonna go straight initiative how it goes. So, what we can do is let Sebastian take the first shot, because obviously they are preoccupied. So, Sebastian, go ahead and unload your gun.
Okay. Wrath and Glory. Oh boy.
And that is a crit. Okay.
It's my favorite table.
Give yourself a glory also, please.
Do that.
Alright, so that is a definite hit. That is 5 successes. And this will be a crit also. So, go ahead and roll. Now, for the crit table, do you want to roll it yourselves or do you want me to roll it?
I would love to roll it.
Okay, so. Here, we'll make this easy. Here is the crit table. So the best way, if you want to roll yourselves, is where it says to roll on the button. Go ahead and drag-click that to your hotbar. You just click on that whenever you do a crit.
So I just drag it to my hotbar?
Yep. You have 2d6 there, you just click on that and it'll roll the crit.
Oh, cool. So I just need to roll bolt pistol damage and then roll crit?
Yep.
Can he shift any sixes?
I'm looking for 2 successes to hit this guy because he's not occupied at all. Yes, you can shift that 1 extended damage if you wish.
So I will do that.
Okay.
So I do shift 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then bolt pistol. That's 13 damage.
Yeah. That was thoroughly. So let's go see what the crit does, and then we can.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This man explodes.
I gotta fuck Aubrey back.
I think you just put a bolt in his chest and he stopped having a chest.
All his limbs are completely unharmed.
It's just a giant hole where he used to be.
Bolt pistols. Do, do, do.
God, they're so cool.
You wanted me to shoot more things, Jake. I'm shooting more things.
Keywords Chaos, Scum, Xenos.
I believe these count as 2 of the 3 specified groups.
Xenos and Scum.
I'm not sure how the keywords apply
Heretics
to
and scum.
crits.
I don't think. Does heretic equal chaos, or does chaos equal heretic?
Alright, I'm back.
Heretic isn't necessarily chaos.
I do
Oh,
not
yeah.
believe it is necessary for us to debate whether or not something is heretical or of chaos. They all die the same.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Sebastian, where do you
how
place
do
the
keywords relate to?
I'll let you guys finish.
How does the keywords relate to the crit? Because I see it has keyword Chaos Scum Xenos in relation to the crit, but I'm not sure what that actually means.
I actually don't know either.
Well, they're Scum.
Well, it says
anyways.
mortal wounds, so maybe it won't affect maybe like mechanical beams, or maybe this wouldn't affect a. I'm actually not sure. I'll have to figure it out.
Okay. Doesn't matter now. He's super dead.
Yeah. So I'll let you describe to me. Where do you place this this bolt round?
I assume his back's to me, so right in the back of the between his shoulder blades.
Okay. Yeah. So literally, you can see his entire torso separate like a giant flower, and it's a very, very gruesome sight. Unfortunately, it will splatter the statue full of blood and gore. But he does the whole Terminator thing from Terminator 2, where his body just goes in 2 pieces and just kind of falls to the ground with a giant thump.
Blood waters the soil of the Imperium. It is good that well, keep adding more.
Now, these are gangers, so they are used to having maybe not this thorough of a demolition of one of their members, but they are used to fighting and scrapping down here. So, it will go to my turn unless someone wants to take the initiative by using the glory.
Oh, the Emperor.
How
do we
many
want to? Because
are
I could
there?
rush him.
How many are there?
There's 3 more. So, real quick, just so you know how we do the turns. So, if you look at the combat tracker, and you get to that by hitting the CT button on the top right. So, Sebastian, you should have a little circle next to your name. Go ahead and click on that.
Does not do anything.
Okay, we have to do it then. Okay, so it just means you have used your turn. So now it's either going to be me or one of you 3 are going to use a glory and take the initiative. So you tell me.
There's only 3 of them. Should we bother listening?
We could just try to wipe them off the map as quick as possible.
Well, we alternate, so I encourage one of you to use glory to shoot them in the head repeatedly.
Yeah, we could do that.
I could do that.
You want to blow them up with some plasma?
Yes.
Alright, so Sebastian dropped the glory by 1. Alright,
Just-
and then Jake can go next.
Okay.
Let's go, Jack.
What do I need
Let's
to?
go, Jack.
Quiet. What? What I need? Is it's
Whoa,
plasma gun
that's some errors.
A?
I found that around. That's weird.
Is it plasma gun A?
Yes. Oh boy, that's a lot of dice. Oh god.
Yeah, that guy's exploding.
10 successes.
Didn't I do crit? Oh, how does that work again? Crit.
It's if the Wrath dies, an epic success, I think.
Yes, you don't crit, but you do a lot of hits.
Roll for damage.
Then I think you can shift 2 of those 6s for 2 extra damage.
Okay, so sorry, let's get back to look at some stuff. Yes, so you got 2 6s, so Jag, you can click on Shift 2, and then click on your damage for the plasma gun.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He thoroughly gets incinerated.
And that's the second time I do that in this campaign.
Okay, so real quick, actually, we need to go because he actually might have your plasma gun. What is the cell or the rapid? Actually, oh, it's rapid fire. Okay, I forgot what rapid fire does.
It's okay, so did we.
Look up real quick.
Look at the water gear.
I can't remember if it lets you attack twice or if you just do 2 shots in quick succession. Let's see, rapid fire. Oh, adds a number of bonus dice equal to the attack roll at close range. So you actually would have rolled an extra dice. Okay, so what this means is you did shift 2 dice. So you actually got a total of 4, 5, 6 successes after the shifting. Oh, never mind. No. So 6. All right. So Jack, you can hit 2 people. So your plasma shot goes through one guy. The sphere from the plasma gun goes through one, incinerates him into a kind of a little puddle of gore and goo on the ground, and it hits the other individual and has him get fried also. So your shot goes through 2 people. Leaving 1 left. Now, this will definitely go to me. This guy in a room, no room for escape, seeing his worst nightmares in front of him.
Run isn't that bad. Be nice.
He's cornered though. It's a cornered dog right now. He's got nowhere to go. So he's gonna try to go through all 4 of you. How successfully he does this, I have no idea, but we'll find out. So
Let's find out in Jack.
he's gonna try to go through probably the amount of least resistance, which means Ren,
Yeah?
you're being shot. He's gonna try to go through you. He's gonna try to incinerate you. Now you were saying you were a bit behind, so I'll give you a bit of cover. So I'm gonna raise your difficulty to hit you by a couple points. So we'll go by 2 points. But he's gonna try to definitely go through you.
This is against my defense?
Yeah,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. My defense is garbage, so.
But I'm gonna get +2 because of the fact that I'm gonna say you're a little bit behind, maybe Sebastian or Barris. So,
Okay, 4.
At my void shields.
all right, here we go.
That's just enough to hit me.
That's just gonna hit you. All right. So he is going to go shoot a blast at you with his auto
boy.
pistol, and then he is going to charge past all of you to get out of this room.
Okay.
So I can't shift anything.
Opportunity.
He
My
did roll a
resilience is higher.
1 also. All right. We'll see if this even hurts you. We'll find out.
Yeah, my resilience is 5.
All right. So
Okay,
you do
that-
take. So it's 2 damage.
Cool,
So
okay.
you either can soak this, or you can just take 2 damage. It's up to you.
Screw it. It's okay. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay. So remember,
you-
initiating the soak does use up 1 of your shock. So.
Should I reset my shock?
Yeah, there you go. I take nothing.
All right, but
my
you
shock goes
do
down to 3.
take 2. So yeah, you drop your shock down to 2. So,
No,
or
it drops down to-
drop it down by 2 points. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, so you immediately he fires a shot at you with his auto pistol, and we'll just say you're behind Barris. And so you quickly duck behind him, and the shot just bounced off his shoulder. Barris, you just got shot, by the way.
What?
Barris.
Yeah, Barris got hit by the stray bullet.
You got hit by a stray bullet that was coming for Ren.
So he now.
Ferris doesn't care.
This is a gauntlet for him. He's going to try to leave. Now, because the way this room is kind of set up, we have kind of the open room and we have a bit of the hallway. All 4 of you are at that hallway. So, he's going to try to run past all of you. It ain't going to happen, though, because, yeah, it ain't going to happen. So, who's going
I like
next?
to imagine he just runs face first
I mean-
into Barris.
No, he'll run face first into my fist.
You only want
Which
Jake,
is-
so it's either going to be Ren or Barris.
Can I chainsword him?
You can chainsword him.
Yeah, sure,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
chainsword him.
Okay, go for it.
The less I have to fight, the better.
I'm just gonna step up to him and boot him with the chainsword.
So you hit him with your foot. He goes back, and then your chainsword goes down, and
Yeah.
Uh,
Dead.
the to hit was a 3, right?
Yes, his defense is 3.
Shame.
Can't shield. Doesn't matter.
Oh wait. Oh, that's.
Yeah,
not-
you don't roll damage. Still shouldn't matter.
I have a damage thing, but it doesn't actually roll damage.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it looks like that. So if you look, it does chainsword damage there.
Yeah, let me. I think I can figure out how to fix it. Maybe. Oh wait, no, I have no idea how any of this works.
Okay.
He takes. I'll just find the melee weapon and just manually roll it in chat real quick.
Chainsword is +1.
Here, click it now, Paris. I'm not sure why that was
Okay.
linked. So.
Oh no.
Same thing.
Chainsword is 5 + 1. It is brutal, which I don't know what that does.
I can tell you.
When rolling damage dice, add +1 to the result of each extra damage die. That is
Oh, it's a shame.
horrific.
Extra damage die.
So if you
Oh,
shift,
he dead. He's so dead.
Give me a second.
That's 12
chainsword.
damage right there.
Alright, 5 + 1. Alright. How do we do the damage?
Plus, you also add 1 to the result of the extra die.
Alright, try it now, Paris. I just want to get this done, so go and click on the thing again. There we go. Alright.
Wait,
that doesn't seem right.
6? No, it should be the result
plus your strength, plus your strength.
5 plus another 1.
So what's your... Okay, so... Times 6. So you did a total of 8 damage total. So your base damage is 6. It's 5 for the chainsword, plus 1 for your strength, and then 2 for the 6.
Isn't chainsword 5 + 1 dice plus his strength?
Yeah. His strength is pretty low, so...
5 plus the die plus strength plus an additional 1 to the result of each extra damage die. Because
don't
of the
have an
brutal keyword.
Well, but the 6 is still a 6, so it's meant to put a 4 of a 5 is now 2 damage instead of just a 6, and then a 3 now becomes a 4 for a hit for an extra damage. So that's what it
Okay.
means. So either way, this thing has no armor penetration, so you did 8 damage. Defense is 3, so he takes 5 damage, which means he dies. Yeah, he gets. How do you cut this guy? How do you end his life?
Like, he starts running, Jake swings out his hand and, like, clotheslines him, and then Barris just steps over him and finishes the job.
Okay. A bit of gore, a bit of a mess. The entire room now smells of propellant and chainsword fuel. So. But the assailants have been dealt with. And the entire time the individual that was being assaulted is just curled to a ball, hand over his head, and kind of screaming because he's probably never heard of a bolter in his life, so I think it was probably damn loud in this room. As well as the chainsword.
Since I wasn't part of any of that combat, I'm gonna go skitter over to him and see if he's okay.
Yeah, he is absolutely terrified. Pick up emotions from him. He is afraid he's about to get blown up next. So as you get near him, he is shivering and just a ball of fear.
Hold up my hands. I hold up my hands like in a, like, you know, I don't have anything.
Oh, his eyes are closed. He's literally on his side,
Oh.
eyes closed, in a fetal position, and just he's probably crying at this point too.
Seems the rescue party has arrived.
I cast prestidigitation on the statue.
Yeah.
wish I had prestidigitation. I have phantom grip. That's kind of close.
Varys recognizes that this is a very tense situation. You know, everyone's really wound up, so he just releases a calming puff of sacred unguents.
He may not be familiar with the smell, but with a bit of talk, and now that it's kind of calmed down, he just kind of opened an eye, and he goes, "Who are you?" And just kind of wide-eyed.
The Emperor sends his agents to rescue the faithful.
The Emperor protects. As his eyes light up, and he kind of unfurls from his fetal position, and he winces in pain. Blood's dripping down his mouth, a cut over his face, his eyelid bleeding kind of profusely, as well as him holding his side. But you see his garb, what he's wearing, not his garb, because you see what he's wearing, and he actually has besides the typical rubber and kind of filthy clothing, he has a tool pouch at his side, and inside you see what seem to be masonry tools. Put together, most likely this guy actually made this statue.
Oh, look at him. Your work is most impressive. We could not let these scum deface it.
It's ruined. Look what they did. It took me years to make this. And he kind of crawls to the feet of the statue. The Emperor kind of looks at it, and he's going, "It's been so defiled."
The Emperor comes in a great many forms. Perhaps this is simply what is necessary.
Barris, I want you to go ahead and give me a persuasion roll, please.
Oh, I'm so good at those. What's the modifier there? Fellowship? Oh.
1. Oh, all right. Well, that gives me a ruin. All right, fantastic.
I'd just like to point out that I was rolling that at -1 with 0 fellowship.
So it's a 0.
This is why I talk.
He is not calmed by your words. He goes, "No," and he drops. He had the chisel in his hand. He was kind of looking. He was kind of inspecting the statue, and he drops the tool, lost his drive. He goes, "I can never make something like this again." And he kind of just weeps there at the feet of the defiled statue.
I believe the fleshling is malfunctioning.
Red is just
I'll
kind of standing there because he's really not sure what to do.
I'll take a knee next to him and hand him his chisel. A single man with faith can triumph over a legion of the faithless. You see the works you have made, and they can be made again. For the glory of the Emperor.
Alright, Sebastian, go ahead and give me give yourself a shift 1 with persuasion. Give yourself +1.
Mm.
Oh, you're right.
I love the comparison.
9.
Sebastian just turned this man's life around.
I'm Mr. Rogers with a bolt pistol.
He bolts
In the
upright into like a heroic
Barris-
pose. No,
Barris didn't even remember to speak English.
he's fucking binary to him.
He was just like... I don't understand what you're saying.
Sounds racist, though.
Ren has kind of slunk back to the back of the party again, really unsure what to do.
All right, so Ren, you feel the emotions. You felt his emotions when the talked to him. He thought he had a thought like he wouldn't say to hear like, And so he lost all his drive. And then Barris found that kernel of truth in his heart, and immediately it sparked a rejuvenation of his drive. And with a firm grasp, he grabs that chisel. Yes, I'll make one better. I'll make one even grander, even larger. Even something a governor would like. And he gets up with a renewed purpose in his life. And he starts to talk to himself a little bit. He starts talking about dimensions, the right stone, where to find it. And at this point, you see him kind of limping in pain as he kind of walks around, but he is now thoroughly engrossed in his idea of the next statue that's going to be more grandiose than the one that's just been defiled. His life has been saved by the teachings of Sebastian.
As are the other threes, on a daily basis.
Freaking 9 successes, good lord.
It's like I'm good at talking.
Alright, so... next.
Just wait until I pick up that town, lets me apply my social skills to mobs, and then you're screwed.
Oh, that's funny. Alright, so, with this, he kind of starts actually pushing the bodies out of the way. And you see this little area, this shrine to the Emperor was his kind of area. And he's just now actually going about cleaning with murder purpose. He's cleaning all the blood away, all the bloody and body parts that's been laying around because this little battle unfolded. And yeah, he is now on task, leaving all of you to venture forward towards the Black Market.
On we go then, I suppose?
Perhaps we have someone with actual survival skills guide us. Does anyone have survival?
Another survivor roll from someone, please. Who's taking
God.
Jag does.
That would be me.
I was
He
gonna
has
say.
survival of 0. When he rolled last time, he had survival 0.
Oh, I should have.
That's a survival 0.
Did you remember to...
Oh, you know what? It didn't. I know what's going on. 1 second.
I should have 3.
You're making me look at my sheet to see if I need to add some.
I know I don't have survival.
I've been nervous.
Jack, try it again. I know what's going on. Try it again.
I took all the book smart skills.
There we go.
Hey, that's
Hey, 2.
still not great.
You want to burn
I'm not well, okay?
Do you want this to spend
I
your
don't
wrath to reroll?
Yeah.
But do you reroll all the ones that you failed?
Yep. So,
1, 2.
pretty much gonna roll 5 dice.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's better.
A little better. All right.
Yeah, there you go. So that's 4,
4 total.
5 successes total.
In fact, we'll use the first dice in that roll as the wrath, which means you gain another glory for the pool. So, give yourself another glory, please.
I don't think rerolls allow you to add to glory again.
Then never mind.
Much as I would like the otherwise.
Sebastian? Shut up.
That's physically impossible for me.
Right.
I can help. I have this thing that can help you. I just point it at your mouth and activate it, and you won't be talking again.
I'm hearing some Cornite rage here, and I'm concerned about corruption.
You start heading in a northeastern direction. Now, the survival roll is not so much of being lost as it is of having to backtrack and finding a thorough route through the Underhive. It's kind of maze-like Undercity. So eventually, after a bit of time has passed, you actually open up into a very, very large clearing. In as clear as it could be inside this kind of environment. But a couple of things stand out. Immediately, you're assaulted by I don't use the word assaulted, but you get hit by the smell of something very, very fishy. It is a whirlfish, which are truly immense sea monsters. They're gigantic. They look like a whale. Leviathan proportions, 10 stories high and hundreds of meters long. And there's a large one with scaffolding all around it at the far end of this large section of the Underhive. And around it, you can see that there is a small little kind of tent-type city, and a lot of people are here. And you're picking up the noise of hawkers and people selling wares. You have now encountered the black markets. All collection of people around, ranging from scum to even some people that seem to not belong here, in the sense that they are most likely from the upper hive. People dressed in fairly nice clothing, definitely have bodyguards with them to prevent. You'll see a couple of people kind of go up to them and kind of beg for some valuables and whatnot, and the bodyguards will pretty roughly shove them away, usually with the end of a butt of their last gun or pistol they might be having on them, pistol whipping these people, might be trying to talk to them. But it is a bustling bit of activity in the market. And I do believe I have a image, so let's see. So I can show what y'all looking at. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Campaigns, Wrath and Glory, Images, Drive. Alright, where's that? It's kind of the vibe you're getting. Is down here. Dark, ominous. You're seeing there's a lot of one big thing you're noticing that kind of really stands out is that of what seem to be these items, these kind of statues, what made out of what seem to be bone. Everyone, as I mentioned, is covered in grime. The front of the clothing has the yellow stains from them eating the raw algae down here in this environment. It's kind of the food stuff they can acquire. But this, by quick observation, just looking around, this is the center of trade down here, around this giant whirlfish, where these kind of cities and markets are made.
Interesting. And am I seeing this wrong? These look like red robe figures look like Mechanicus. Is that correct? Or are they just kind of similar design?
We can say a bit similar. It wouldn't really make sense if they're out here. No one really knows about them. So what we can say, well, I mean, there would be Mechanicus expeditions down here to repair things. So for the most part, there might be a couple going about their own business. But for the most part, it's going to be made up the majority of the life down here is going to be scum and just people in the Underhive. You'll see the occasional service skull. Now, there are going to be some things down here, like I said. There are going to be expeditions to repair such as the stakes. I don't want the whole entire thing to fall apart. As well as other maybe houses or other organizations on the Upper Hive, or even the Darbites come down here. So there'll be a couple that stand out a little bit. So we can say there'll be one or two Mechanicus down here.
Okay, I'm just going by I said the Mechadendrites, and I saw the red robes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm not sure if this is meant to be used as a generalist picture or just a picture of this actual hive. So we'll do a little bit of both.
Okay.
So the question I
Is that a
have,
boy with a Mechadendrite?
Now you
Yeah,
notice.
look at the picture. There's a red cloak with a back right. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, I'm just completely blind.
I understand. Your eyes are like 3 generations old.
So,
Bzz, 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 bzz.
bzz, bzz, bzz.
Just angry buzzing.
Is he playing a bee? Yeah, is he playing a bee?
I
Starts
do
making-
love the idea that whenever a bunch of tech priests get together, there's just a vast buzzing from the corner. as they
It sounds like
just-
a beehive.
Yeah, like a really horrible robot beehive.
Alright, so, what do the 4 of you do?
Well, we need to track down this Orvis Keller.
We do need to do that.
Can I, well, make sure my weapon's put away and just kind of go chat up some people that look a little sketchy? I mean, they all look sketchy, of course, but
They're all trying to make a living down here. As I mentioned, as you kind of look around trying to find an individual to speak to that might give you the best information, what you're seeing is just a big collection of just random things. You'll find some broken down parts. You'll find a broken down las gun. Maybe it's missing the stock of the gun. You find in parts of machinery that's been scrapped. A lot of things you find though is you find like these little lanterns full of liquid, which you come to know is actually harvested from the roadfish, used as kind of lamp oil. As well as the roadfish are used for pretty much everything down here. That being food, resources, items, and as mentioned, a large collection of the bones from the roadfish being used to make carvings as well as other ornaments, or even used as building material for some small buildings on here. We see a couple of desks and tables, crudely made tables, made from the bones of the roadfish. And just trinkets, items. We see a couple of the very, very nice, but nowhere near the quality of the guy you left behind that made the giant, or the standard emperor statue. We find small ones in the likeness of the emperor.
okay. Good for them. I guess I'll go to try and track someone down who's maybe a little more not well off, maybe a trinket seller.
Okay, so real quick, because I do want to get down to this. Jericho on a character sheet, how are you trying to change it?
I'm hitting the little star. So I hit the star, and I can change the top one, but when I try and change the mod, it
Yeah,
doesn't
so
save when I close.
don't you? So actually, go see if. So let's look at your stealth you want to change. You see where it says
It's stealth and cunning.
Yeah. So the cunning right now is 1. Can you click on the box and type in 2? There you go.
Oh, that's much easier, isn't it?
Yes, that's how you do it.
Disregard me.
Got it.
Haha. Perfect.
Okay, so if we're to you, Sebastian, you're especially looking for people. Ren, what are you doing?
I have no idea. I guess I'm just following the rest of the party.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to do? Anything you wish to do?
Not really. Not be seen. Curl into a ball and disappear.
Well, you don't stand up right now. You look fine.
No, I know, but like, there's so many people here that Ren is just like getting out of.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Which means you are picking up a lot of emotion. Now, I actually need to remember. Do you have to focus on a person to mind read, or can you just get a general sense of everyone around you? Do you remember?
For telepathy, I have to focus on specific people. And I have to, every 10 minutes, I have to either reactivate the power or have to make a shock test.
Okay. So in that case, to get that specific emotion, well, I'll let you kind of pick up the residual emotion, or just there's such a large amount of people here. You're just picking up a lot of just resounding emotion around you. Enough to maybe be a little overwhelmed, as you mentioned. So, let's have you to see if you kind of freak out a little bit. So you're used to being
Oh,
on
boy.
a ship. You're used to being in confines. You're like your little room on the ship.
Mhm.
So being around this many people in such a centralized location,
Willpower.
see how well you handle this. So let's go ahead and give me a
That's her head pops.
poof.
My power just deactivates. It just shuts down. Goodbye. No powers.
Let's
look,
do a
the
willpower
sucker
roll.
is no longer useful, and thus we can eat it.
3.
Okay, you
don't eat things.
well, you do get a 1 though. So let's see.
Yeah.
That does give me another little fun ruin.
Oh well. Ren is not a happy camper.
Okay, so for the most part, you do keep your collective calm. But because of the 1, what could be fun?
Discomfort.
Jag, what happens to cause what something happens? She is, for the most part, okay. But what happens around her? Jag, are you here?
Sorry.
Asking you a question.
Pay attention.
We're in a group of a lot of people, you know, about.
Yeah,
I
I
am.
got that. I just got attacked because of war.
I am okay, but something's going to happen to fuck that up, and we're asking you what that thing is. To
Oh, no,
fuck
no,
up my
you-
cool.
Overall, it's a success. But there's a complication to that success. So what's the complication?
Yes.
And I have to come up with a complication.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Fuck me up.
Fuck you up. I usually fuck up with punching and shooting.
Well,
no.
this isn't really a Jeg thing as much as it's just like we're asking you what we're asking the player.
We're letting you some creativity. What's some interesting thing that might happen right here?
I'm not
Okay, Barris, what about you?
So this is just something extra to freak out.
Oh my.
Ren, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ren's just kind of like walking along, no big deal, just chilling. When he bumps into this like Mechanicus
Oh no.
representative hunched over something at like a table. And it's like, oh no, I'm sorry. And then the Mechanicus representative turns around and there's just like, he's got the squishy bits of a servitor open and he's trying to like fix the squidge. He's like trying to force a microchip into like a just section of brain that just won't really go, you know?
So just squishing it, blood pouring out, which means
it's
Ren
like
loses his
blood
lunch.
and- It's like blood and oil and sacred unguents, and the smell is just a lot.
So Ren, you lose your lunch at this. And it's not so much because you can't see it, but the detail you can't. Well, I guess you can't really see the detail with where you are, but the smell is overwhelming to you, and it causes a reaction in you, and you literally just spew all of your stomach onto this
the
display, and
Onto the display.
into this display of grotesque surgery that this Mechanicus individual is doing to the servitor,
Oh
and the bile of your stomach goes everywhere. It goes into the servitor. It goes onto the implements of the Mechanicus individual.
Shit.
He is actually kind of a bit furious and quickly stands up, knocks over a table, and is now kind of just buzzing the hell out of you. Now, try to remember real quick, Two Bears. Skitarii are below Mechanicus, is that correct?
Skitarii are below Tech Priests fairly significantly, but I appear to be a fairly, like, semi-prolific Skitarii. Not like people will know me, but like, I'm a Skitarii on my own.
Okay.
Usually, Skitarii are accompanied by Tech Priests in some sort of war host, but
A well-decorated, independent entity.
yeah, exactly.
And so he knocks over a table. He stands up, knocks over a table. The servitor loses its like standing. It just falls to the ground with a giant thunk. Knocks over another table. So two tables kind of just spilled everywhere as this Mechanicus being looks at you and just buzzing to you, Bears, very, very negative binary about ripping her head off and turning her into a servo skull.
Ren is fucking mortified.
Good. Yeah, Barris is just gonna like reply with all of the appropriate honorifics, and just say, while the individual in question may be rather clumsy, O most holy implement of his will, they are also a sanctioned psyker, and as such should not be harmed.
So you speak to him in binary?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously.
The moment
None of the
binary,
fletchlings.
yes. The moment binary comes out of your grill, he immediately stops and looks at you, getting his attention, and you do a bit of coordination, and he kind of looks at you a little bit, and sees you, Skitari. You are way underneath him, but the mention of the Inquisition, he kind of steps back a little bit. The Candroid actually comes up with a bit of a camera on it, and kind of scans the four of you.
I'm over here. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay,
Very happily.
scans the three of you. And then he mentions what inquisitorial agent.
Almost, like, again, like, very long list of honorifics that takes about an eighth of a second. And then just, we work with no Inquisitor. We are the retinue of a rogue traitor. However, this one is a sanctioned psyker, and as such should not be harmed.
Ren is just like eyes darting between the two of them as they're just like buzzing at each other.
Oh yeah, this whole conversation takes like 5 seconds, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't have eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Your empty stock is just words.
I
Ren is
forgot
just
that-
like turning his head between the two of
Yes.
them, like back
Yeah.
and forth.
Yes. I forgot that I don't have eyes. Rhea is still very tired.
And Hursk, I really like. Barris is really laying it on with the honorifics.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
With the mention of the rogue trader, he will actually stop a second, and he kind of go completely still, as you kind of understand the state that he's actually probably going through maybe some communications with probably the Central Mechanican estate here. And
he's
after a couple
hanging out in
seconds,
the noosphere.
pretty much. After a couple seconds, we'll say 1 second. I mean, they're fast. It just kind of looks at you one last time and just turns around and grabs with his Mechandrate, comes down, just grabs the servitor off the ground, and it starts walking on towards another table to continue working on it.
Ren is still just kind of sitting on the ground, horrified. For a couple
Please
more
endeavor
seconds.
to be less clumsy in the future.
What the hell are you buying, Sebastian?
Tchotchkes.
That's
Religious paraphernalia while trying
there's
to gather.
no way that's how you spell tchotchkes.
It's a Yiddish word.
Good God.
Tchotchkes.
Okay, you're buying touchkeys. The side of your eye, you kind of glance at the entire unfolding event with the mechanic being.
Oh god, yeah, it was so loud. Several tables knocked over and loud buzzing.
I'm so not with them.
But eventually, the angry proprietor of that stall or that little rook area gives you, Ren, a very nasty look before you realize you have no eyes. You have maybe the entire scuffle. Your visor went down a little bit, so on the eye sockets. He turns deathly white, and he just ignores you now. He picks up his table and just goes about just dead silent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting on the ground, so my head is tipped down, so you can see over it.
Okay, so yeah, he sees into the empty eye sockets, and he does not say a word. He was about to say something to you, but seeing that, he just no. He wants no part of this.
Nope.
Barris offers Ren a hand up.
Cautiously takes it.
Alright, I'm taking a real quick bathroom break.
Just gets pulled up, just yanked to your feet.
We're just gonna stay closer to the party now and just wish for death or just to disappear, just to curl up and disappear into a ball right now.
I can help with the death part. If
Like
you're
the classic sort of introvert, like, please, I want to not be here.
Barris is big. Barris stands in front of Ren. Barris feels charitable today.
Weird.
I don't. I never do.
Alright, let's see, we're back.
Wait, Barris doesn't feel. Barris is charitable today. I
You
forget
forget-
sometimes
Barris-
Barris has no
See,
emotion.
you forgot that your character literally doesn't feel. I forgot that my character literally doesn't have eyes.
Barris, you are programmed to be very charitable today.
There you go.
There you go. Getting some weird commands today.
Hardwired charity.
Alright. As this commotion's happening, Jeg, someone notices you. Having the armor of the Desert Raiders, having your plasma weapon at your side, one of the stall workers goes, Hey, soldier, you looking for something fun?
What fun.
Come here. He's motioning for you to come over to a stall.
You tell me first, and then I come over.
Well, you're a soldier. You have experience with this before. I'm sure you've used these. I don't want to show everyone around, but I could tell with you and your friends, you might have a use. You might have a need for these. Come.
I walk over to him.
He's got a small little cart, just knickknacks and broken things, and nothing actually seems valuable at all.
Tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes. He looks at you and goes, this. And he goes over and he opens up a drawer underneath his like little cart, and you see a couple grenades in it.
Ooh, I like those. How much you want for them?
Back to the other rule books. I can't remember how this works out. Let's see.
They're free for me,
Why?
because I'm a personable person.
Also because he's an inquisitorial acolyte and can flash his badge to get anything.
He's my dick. Grenades. Lurgia.
What
Purchasing.
ordo are you from, Sebastian?
I am Ordo. I know this, don't I? Notes. I have an Ordo. Around here somewhere.
So there are
They don't
two frag grenades and one crack grenade.
Wait, what's the name?
A frag grenade and a crack grenade.
Yeah, there was the second one. What's it do?
Kraken is armor. It's anti-vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you really want to blow up a Skitari, use a crack grenade.
Yes.
Yes,
If
okay.
you really want to get chain sorted by a Skitari, try to use a crack grenade.
And then we will have actual amenable teammates when they're both dead.
Oh my.
Oh, I won't be killed by a Skitari.
I won't be killed by a guardsman.
I'm going to shoot both of you.
You won't hit.
Ren is just gonna watch all this happen from the sidelines.
All right. So, Jeg, would you like to acquire any of these?
Yes, but I need to know the price.
All right. So they are. So the frag grenades are rarity 2, and the crack grenades are rarity 4. All this are a value of 4, I should say. All this means is you have to roll on your skill check. So you're gonna roll your influence, and you need to acquire that many successes to get said item. You can use personal wealth to give you an automatic success.
I don't have the influence.
Yeah,
You
neither
do.
I.
It's under drive stats.
Oh, there. I had influence 1.
6.
1.
Yeah, but I know Sebastian is looking at Shotskis right now, so. Jag.
Yeah.
Can I yell at Sebastian to get him come over?
I know, for you. Let's see if you can. See if you can acquire these.
What's my wealth again?
It's at the bottom of your traits section. So at the bottom of the influence panel under traits.
I'm actually on his character sheet.
Oh, that would cause trouble.
Hmm.
And Ordo Malleus.
Did I not
Game
put on the
Master.
character sheet? Oh, you do. Yeah, you have two. You have 2 wealth right now. In fact, we'll do
So
this.
can I use the wealth to buy 1 grenade and influence to buy a second one?
I'll let you do 2 rolls.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, so both those have failed, but you do have 2.
Wait, both?
Yeah, because that's 1 success, and the other one is 0 successes.
Oh, like I see.
But remember, you have 2 wealth, so if you want to, you can acquire. You won't be able to get the crack grenade because it is 4 value, but if you do go ahead and use 1 of your wealth with the 1 success from your influence, you can actually grab one frag grenade if you want.
I'll do that.
Okay, so go ahead and go to your character sheet, go to the drive stats, and double click the right box of wealth to use it 1 time.
The what one?
Character sheet, under the main page.
Yes.
Drive stats, the last one says wealth.
Yes.
There's 2 boxes that says 2 out of 2. Click on the right side box, double click it.
I'll double click. String part name attempt to index is a value.
Let's see. You get a counter when you do that?
Yes.
Okay. I'll play around with it later on. Alright, now I'm just going to drop down myself to 1. Alright. And you can give yourself a frag grenade.
Cool.
Okay. Now with that, as you, so you have a frag grenade in your hand as Sebastian's done looking at Shotskis. So,
Well, I was
Sebastian,
doing that to try and, while I'm chatting with people, to picking up tchotchkes, maybe a little. This tiny rat skull was a saint, or something like that. Just trying to work out where this Orbis Keller makes his home.
okay. So you ask for Orbis Keller.
Yes,
Okay.
surreptitiously.
All right. That slimy bastard. Yeah, he's over there at the end stall. You'll see he's got a lot of rolled fish trinkets. Anything else? Anything else you want? I have this spoon. It came from the Upper Hive. I found it a couple of years ago. No one's wanted to buy it yet, but I'm sure it came from a noble, maybe even the Lord Governor himself. What do you say?
I am afraid my budget for spoons has been exceeded as of about an hour ago. I'm sorry, you just missed me.
Oh, what about trade? About anything shiny you want for this spoon? Came from the mouth of the Lord Governor.
Again, spoon budget exceeded. It's a tragedy. But... good luck with your spoon, though. I'm going to go this way.
Oh, okay.
Go over here. Good luck.
Well, I mean,
And then I get back
Budget
and I just...
you do a little quick pause. Now, I do know this will be out of character for everyone right now. Because I do know I do a little bit goofy things. Do you want to stick more with the actual greatness of the lore, or would we be okay with a little bit small stuff here, like what I just did right now?
I
That
don't
was
care.
good. I like the spoons.
Okay.
I
all
will
right.
nitpick everything you do.
I mean, here's the thing. I was laughing at it because it was funny, not because I thought it was bad.
Okay. Got it.
Because, like, yeah, the Underhive is dumb sometimes. There's ridiculous things that go on down there. Necromunda goes on down there.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So yes, you are directed towards the stall of Orvis, over on kind of the side of this little market area, this large market area, I should say. What do you wish to do?
I guess we
Well,
should approach.
We know where we're going now.
Aren't we kind of split up at the moment?
Yeah, a little bit.
Should maybe Sebastian get us to group up first?
I should probably talk.
Yeah, it's like Ren and Barris, Sebastian, and then Jag. We're in 3 groups.
Mm-hmm.
I will wander back, doing my best not to associate myself with those who destroy tables. Or vomit on Mechanicus.
Please leave me alone. I have a weak stomach.
Because you're
It's
weak.
getting solved with successful augmetics.
Remove the stomach.
It's ironic considering I have 4 toughness and 4 willpower, but
That's pretty squicky.
just that was particularly bad.
Okay, well,
All right.
I know where we're going, now that you've destroyed any sense of subtlety. Also, why do you have a grenade?
Just like drug
Why
grenade.
not?
He's
Why
just
wouldn't
tossing
I?
it between his hands.
Because you're
I'm just walking and throwing up in the air and catching it.
because you're the closest thing I've seen to a functional sociopath.
Yes, and that can be useful.
Ren is kind of trying to slink further away from the grenade.
I think Barris has a higher fellowship score than you do, and it's not even his fault.
I
What
just
is
want
it?
to I'm not
Wait.
just I'm just an asshole.
Out of character, what is your fellowship?
1.
I
Oh my God.
More than you!
I have 4. I have 4 fellowships.
I have 2.
The toaster is a better people person than you.
The person who vomits on tables has a better
They
fellowship.
literally took out his emotions and social skills better than people. As I said, high functioning sociopath. Anyhow, please put it away.
I'm not Sherlock Holmes.
No, you're the Sherlock Holmes that shoots people and doesn't think about things.
Sherlock
What
Holmes
is this
do shoot
Sherlock
people.
Holmes?
You are the little hound of the Baskervilles, the dog that bites things. But now you have a grenade.
I feel like this is some really heretical knowledge that's being thrown around right now by the Inquisition.
Oh god.
Oh, I miss this game.
We're all just walking. We're all just walking through saying all this.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just whispering angrily to each other.
It is loud though, so unless someone is actively like eavesdropping next to your shoulder, no one's really gonna hear. So the
Well,
banter.
we're going this way, my cloud of misfits.
I just want to point out the reason why I have 1 in fellowship because my character basically hate almost everyone in
I mean,
the galaxy.
Just so you know, an orc has a fellowship of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, plus social
I
skills
have
than the
four.
orc.
It's
I can't
friendlier
think-
than you.
I
I'm friendlier than an orc?
Yes, the base score for an orc is a 2.
Oh my lord.
How am I friendlier than an orc?
I have fellowship in the sense that I hate people, but I know that I have to interact with them.
Oh wait, fellowship, not influence. Oh, I have 0 fellowship.
There we go.
There we go.
There it is. I still have more fellowship. Somehow.
Anyhow, this way, please. Don't shoot anyone.
That will
I
be
want
difficult,
rolling off.
but endeavors will be made.
Can I install, like, child safety switches on all their guns?
no. If
I don't
you
even-
touch my gun, you get the
You
grenade.
can try.
You need like a parent switch to unlock all the weapons for him.
The only gun I have is literally just for if I can't use my powers.
Anyhow, this way, please.
The gun is the backup.
As you head towards the edge of the little shanty town, the market, you come across, after a couple more maybe poking, prodding, people point you towards Orvis, his stall. And you come across it, and you see a little kind of a portly man who is covered in grime, who is talking with another prospective buyer. And he's kind of hawking his wares, selling some stuff. And he finishes the sale with the individual, gives him a small little wolfish tooth trinket. As he looks at the four of you, he goes, "Yes, yes. Ooh, how are you? Ooh, I've never seen you before." And he smiles. When he smiles, it is impossibly white teeth.
Okay.
So you realize it's actually made from the single tooth of a rollfish. And you see that his stall is made up of a lot of rollfish carved teeth for humans.
That's
What
gross.
a cool guy.
I will make sure all their guns are put away.
I'm going to assume that in this
There's-
entire thing right now, unless you actually bring it out, so.
I have to make sure. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ferris
no,
is
I
just
don't
walking
shoot.
around
I'm
with
going to
his
assume
own
any
pistol in
in
his
any
face.
social location, I'm going to assume your weapons are stowed, unless you tell me otherwise.
I
So.
don't have any way to stow my new weapons.
I
They're
literally.
off though.
My guns are usually always away. My guns are the backup.
Yeah. You have it in a non-threatening manner, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Ferris like has it hefted over his shoulder.
What does he actually sell?
And I'm walking with the guns in my hands.
His
But
stall
I'm
is
walking-
made up of, sorry, what you say, Jack?
I'm walking with the gun pointed downwards, like you see when soldiers walking always gun pointed downwards, even when they're not in combat. That sort of thing. Like I'm always ready to fight, but I don't, even though I'm not expecting to fight.
I've given up. Life is hopeless. Orvis, what does Orvis sell?
So, predominantly, it is, I'll say 90% of his stall is roll teeth items. Most of them, though, are teeth for various sizes between that size of what seem to be children to adults. They're just really fancy dentures, kind of, pretty much. He goes, "Yes, yes, I've never seen you before. Who are you? Are you curious? Do you wish to have any of these rolled fish teeth? I make a good price, carved by yours truly, Orvis. What would you like?"
I have some companions who are in need of accessories, not necessarily in the toothy variety. And I hear you are the man to speak to about such things.
Oh? Well, as you see on my table is all I have. I'm a master crafter, carver of roll teeth. Of rollfish. Bones.
In such a industrious carver and world-wise man, would certainly know how to acquire more than just teeth. You've certainly clearly done well for yourself.
Alright, Sebastian, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll, please. We're going to do the difficulty +1 because of Jeg's gun in his damn hand.
I'm a soldier, okay?
And
That's
you're very
okay.
bad at
But you don't need to
following.
walk around with your gun in your hand all the time, though, Jag.
It's not pointing at it at the moment.
6.
But just don't have it in your hand, like you're ready for action. It's gonna unnerve people.
If I can shift one for extra effectiveness, I don't know
Okay.
what the difficulty is.
It was fairly low. So yeah, you succeeded pretty thoroughly.
I just
Okay.
want to point out, it's the Warhammer universe. It's always something's going to happen.
Yes, but you listen to the needs of the situation. Anyhow,
Yeah, that's true,
I mean,
Jag,
shoot
but
things.
you don't want to have a weapon in hand when you talk to someone. It is kind of unnerving, especially when it's a
And
plasma
privacy.
gun. But
Then
I'll
they
let you all
know
talk about that a little bit
me.
later.
yes, we will. So it's like a shift I can get more information, I think is one of them.
Yes. So I will give you more information. Let me check my stuff real quick. Well, okay. You've opened my lips, friend. I do have a little more stuff than just this. And he kind of goes and kind of a hidden compartment. He actually opens up a drawer, and you're seeing a meager stock of Upper Hive luxury items. He goes, this is my stock. I've had it just recently. Would you be interested in anything here? And he pulls out a couple of fairly interesting knickknacks and baubles and whatnot.
Interesting. I must imagine it is hard to acquire these things. Do you have a, I guess, where do you find these things? You seem to be a man of means.
Would you believe? Gravity. When things fall, they fall down till they reach the bottom, and that's where I am. Actually, no. There are those who acquire items in Upper Hive through various means, the specifics of which I don't ask, that for whatever reason, they can't get rid of up there. I'm always happy to take these things off their hands. Now, I would never divulge their identity, but they have developed a appreciation for a narcotic made from fermented algae, and as long as that continues, we'll both have a need of each other.
Interesting. So he sells items that are from up top. There were things missing from the crime scenes, weren't there?
Yes, they are not here though.
Can I... So he's like the center of the black market down here, right?
Yes.
Ask if he's sold anything from the crime scene, like...
Yeah, has he seen items like those? And I kind of throw out a couple that we know are missing.
And he looks and he kind of ponders. He goes, no. I can honestly say that neither I nor my contacts have ever come across such items as you describe. If someone has brought them to Lower Hive, they have not done so through me. They haven't brought them through this trade point either. I would have heard of the competition.
Interesting. Out of curiosity, as a practical standpoint, does he have anything worthwhile that we could actually purchase?
It is mostly kind of luxurious items, that being kind of like bookends, and he's more of a decorative type of individual. He kind of keeps his eye on. So you might have a couple of nice garments, a couple maybe very, very nice rings, maybe necklaces, earrings, stuff like that.
Huh. But everyone down here is pretty shitty, right?
For the most part, yes. His stuff does seem to be kind of the best you've seen around so far. That being just being clean, undented, unblemished. His seem to be the best.
Filthy, and no one wears stuff like this.
Well, it tends to be only a secret or a select clientele, mainly those who can afford it, such as the prominent members of the Piscator gang. Right. But my customers have been loyal to me for years, and I shall remain so to them too. Having said that, though, I do hear tell of a group, a cult, if you will, seeking to get their hands on as many of these kind of items as they can.
Cult, you say? Tell me about this cult.
I honestly do not know a lot. I understand their leader is a prophet called Garrett, and they can be found down in the sump pits.
Sump pits? Do we have any idea where that is?
You would not. If you're looking to investigate that, I can organize a guide for you for a price.
The last guy that we had got murdered by a bolt like 30 seconds after we hired him.
Must not have been a good guide. I can assure you. And he's kind of waiting for a name now.
Oh, Sebastian.
I can assure you, Sebastian, that my guide comes from me, Orville. My name has a lot of meaning down here. He'll be very, very trustworthy. You can ask anyone around.
Interesting. Thoughts from everyone else?
I believe we should investigate this supposed cult.
Absolutely, but
And perhaps... No, sorry.
I do you think we need a guide for it?
I believe we are severely lost in the Underhive.
I think you're right.
And who's to say he won't guide us into an ambush?
We know where his shop is. The last man was just a man on a dock. We know where this good man sits. Surely he would not try and screw us over, given we know where he lives.
Maybe because they're not expecting to survive.
He has been very forthcoming. I appreciate that.
So, it'd be a fairly, well, it is a dangerous location. So, how about? And he's asking for right now, total of 4 wealth.
Well, let's negotiate that down.
Yes. So you can go ahead and do persuasion.
Because that's literally the maximum I could ever have.
I can also, you all can put the wealth together if you need to like do something like this. So, but with that, we do
6.
have 6. Okay, so. We can bring it down to. I'll tell you what. You give me 1,000 Imperial credits, and we'll call it even. And I don't know how it goes, but I'm talking about 2 wealth for this now.
2 wealth?
Yeah.
I don't know how much I was supposed to start with. I don't know if I do.
It should be actually under the. I think the abilities part of your character, actually the main part.
Under bottom traits. I have 2. I think we start with 2.
We start with 2?
I think so.
Because I don't have it written down, is the thing.
Oh.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm taking a look
I
right
don't
now.
know. I'm also thinking he does run a black market, so there might be things down here we can buy.
Yeah, right now you seem to have nothing.
But I haven't gotten anything.
I know,
so
so I'm gonna take a look real quick. So.
yeah, I'm looking too right now.
Character creation.
Sanctioned Psyker.
How could...
Influence bonus 0.
If you find the page for it, go ahead and mention real quick, and I can get everyone's.
I mean, it doesn't say it in the actual archetype.
Fairly certain you just have 2, because I spent 1 before and I have 1 now.
I just
Looks
don't
like
know
it's based off of
our-
the tier. So let me see.
Based off tier?
I think so. So we're
Okay,
tier
yeah.
2.
Then I'll throw one in the pool.
Could I use my influence to try and get this? I did persuasion.
Okay, a character's maximum wealth is equal to the campaign's tier plus 3. The current, though... don't figure it out. Put everyone at 2 wealth. Just to make it easy right now.
Huh?
Plus whatever you spent. The current... Because right now, Sebastian, how much wealth do you have?
2.
Yeah, so we'll put everyone... I guess right now, to make it easy, everyone start at 2 wealth. Until I figure out the rule, I'll put a note for it. The max wealth you can have on a character, though, is going to be currently 5. Is the max you can hold. Actually, yeah, because the wealth did say it was based on tier, so yeah, everyone starts with 2 wealth, and then the max you can have is 5. And in this situation, Sebastian, I'm going to say no. I'm going to use direct wealth. Since I already did mention it.
Curious about that. So he's a fairly well-connected man, you'd say.
Yes.
Is there anything we want to buy from him? I'm looking at the rest of the group. Is there anything we want to buy?
Is there anything useful there?
Nothing useful to a psyker.
Okay. I will counteroffer you, my good friend Lovis. Side note, this may be stupid. I'm to just push aside the lapel of my jacket and reveal my inquisitorial rosette. You have knowingly dealt with a cult under City Hive. Now,
Oh, no. I have not dealt with the cult at all. No, I just hear. I know. I will not deal with that. I love Lord Emperor as much as the next Emperor-fearing man.
What is my... should I roll for telepathy?
It's up to you.
Yeah. So that is... Psychic Mastery plus Willpower. I did not
Ooh.
fail.
Take
I
another
very much
glory to the pool.
Okay.
Yep. Very much succeeded. Triggers power, so I can read surface thoughts now.
Sorry.
I'm going to use my once a scene, so that's the inquisitorial decree, so it gives me plus ranks, and I get an extra 2 dice.
Okay.
It's another 2 successes. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. I don't know if that helps me anymore.
You had a
I
total
counter offer here. So,
But this way, you're 1 success away from dropping it down to 1 wealth. In fact, mentioning the inquisitorial, I'll give you 1 free roll. 1 dice.
okay.
Okay, I'll drop it to 1 wealth.
And I counter offer you I give you 500 whatever the coinage is, credits. And perhaps we have a long-term relationship. We ensure more valuable things fall from on high. In exchange, we hear the whispers from down below.
So... A little bit less, but you take care of this little problem of other individuals buying things not from me. That's a deal, And he holds out a hand to shake.
And I'll shake it.
Very good. Dolan, got here. I have a task for you. As this kind of lanky, younger individual, not a kid really, but younger individual comes over and goes, "Yo, boss. Take these men down to the sump pits towards where, well, you know the location where a couple of the boys got shot. Yeah, these people want to investigate that." Okay.
I believe I did succeed in my objective 2 by using Guile.
Yeah,
or
go ahead and raise up your wrath.
We also get 1 extra glory.
Ooh, nice.
So we have 3 glory total now, just a heads up for everyone.
Nice.
I'm a team player.
Oh, what's cool, I've actually been talking to Dan that made the rule set for this, and we've been going back and forth, and he's actually going to put in some more mechanics where you can actually have the glory linked out players on your character sheet. So,
Handy. Okay, well, we'll follow. What was the boy's name? Well, man-child.
shit, I didn't write it down. Dobby!
Dobby.
Dolby.
Dobby has a sock.
Whatever
Dobby is
you wish my
free.
name to be.
Maybe at one point read an archaic book about some guy, about some entity. Come with me. I'll take you there.
You'll see, we don't have to shoot everything. Just sometimes we shoot things. Put the goddamn gun away. Sorry, put the Emperor damn gun away.
The Emperor is our god.
He is not wrong. All right. As you start to head towards the sump pits, I believe I'm gonna do a small break right here.
As soon as we get away from town, I'm gonna slap my void shield back on.
Okay.
Because it does have a slight crackling that makes it a little more obvious.
Got it.
Hey, look, cults! This is what I'm good at!
Whoa. Wait, no, you're not Hereticus.
I mean, Malleus is kind of like Hereticus, but with balls.
No, Malleus is like Hereticus, but without subtlety.
Can I
That's why
pause
they
the
hired me.
stream? It does look like it. Alright, so I'm gonna